the Web Accessibility Regulations and SCULPT for Accessibility. For many years, we've seen more and more services, processes, and shopping move online. And because the world has gone online, new legislations have been introduced to ensure that those who need extra assistance are not left behind. Since September 2018, public bodies such as local authorities now have a legal obligation to provide all of their online content in an accessible format. In the past, accessibility has always been associated with the traditional physical things such as wheelchair ramps, widened doorways, and hearing loops. But the online and digital environment needs to be accessible too, so all users can access and use services and content online equally, including those using assistive technologies and those with additional needs. On the 23rd of September 2020, 2 years on from the regulations first being introduced, all public bodies are now being monitored by the government for this full legal compliance. The legislation is called the Public Sector Bodies Website and Mobile Applications No. 2 Accessibility Regulations 2018. If we do not comply to them, we could be in breach of the Equality Act. The legislation has two parts. We have to have an accessibility statement for each of our websites or online services. And we have to conform to the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, known as WCAG. WCAG sets out in detail the full specifications that web content developers need to conform to when designing online services and content, and these specifications are quite extensive. The accessibility statement is a bit like a legal declaration of what is accessible on the website and also what isn't. And where content isn't accessible to WCAG, we have to provide full details of what the issues are and a date when we're going to fix or address them. These regulations apply to all of our websites and all of our intranets and all of the online services and content we commission through any third parties. And part of this website and intranet monitoring also includes the documents we upload too. And the documents is where SCULPT for Accessibility comes in. SCULPT stands for 6 basic principles: structure of a document using headings, colour and contrast, use of images, links, plain English, and tables. But beyond the website, using SCULPT to format and build our documents also helps us meet our obligations to be digitally inclusive, because it helps us meet basic reasonable adjustments in documents for everyday inclusive digital practice. So every email we send to our residents, every presentation we make, or every document we attach is an opportunity for us to use SCULPT to make sure we create inclusive and accessible content. Making reasonable adjustments for inclusion and equality is the responsibility of everyone at every level of the organisation. If you want to find out more about accessibility and SCULPT, as well as gain access to support materials to help you, then visit www.worcestershire.gov.uk/SCULPT.